All right, man, we got to talk about this Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford press conferences because they've had two press conferences, one in Saudi and then the other one, or in Riyadh, and then the other one in New York. And the first press conference wasn't as heated. They were just trying to be friendly to each other, compliment each other, but
But this is all about I want to make history, and I'm very excited for this fight.
You've accepted this fight now, but in the previous years, you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but
I'm
it's
taking
gonna
them.
be it's gonna
them.
be difficult. You take it to your
I'm
home.
taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight
And
night.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I
but
promise you.
look, it's
All
gonna
right.
be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm
I
different.
see you too.
You see
I
I'm
see
different
you.
than all the other
No,
ones.
I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
You know
see.
it.
We'll see. We'll
We
see.
gonna
son.
see.
Terrence, how did you think he did against William Skull?
No comment. He won. We on to the next. It's me and him.
you know, while the presser kept on going, slowly they started to like kind of slowly start talking, bad about each other. How he's gonna Crawford keep telling Canelo how he's gonna go and take his belts, and it was okay. It was a pretty decent conference, but in that press conference, the one in Riyadh, man, it was a little weird. It was a little weird because when it started, when Turkey sat next to in the Canelo table, he wanted to be in the Crawford table. Like clearly, obviously, Turk Alex Shi wants to. His favorite fighter is Crawford, and he's not hiding it that he's rooting for Crawford. But even Canelo in that press conference said, not even Turkey will be able to save you. Pretty much saying that not even Turkey's gonna help him out with this one. And it was an okay press conference, but it wasn't as much compared to the one in New York. Now the press conference in New York was a little bit more crazy because obviously the crowd, there was people there, unlike the other one, who I don't think there was people out there, only the media and stuff like that. But on this one, on the one in New York, there was actually people in the press conference. So when Crawford came out first, obviously the whole crowd started booing Crawford. So it looks like Crawford is going to be the villain, and Canelo's going to be the babyface, the hero, and Crawford is going to be the villain. And it looks like Crawford is starting to play into that villain, into that role. He's talking a bit more trash to Canelo, saying how he's gonna run over his head, or he has a big head, and he's gonna go hunt Canelo. He's gonna go hunt him. And Canelo's out here saying how he's different, he's different, and how he's not gonna. Again, he referenced Turkey, how Turkey's not gonna be able to save him,
Fight
And
night.
I know Turkey is in your corner,
I promise you.
look, it's
All
gonna
right.
be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day.
Crazy, man. Well, obviously Canelo wanted this to be a little bit more friendly, a little bit more, not friendly, but just not talking shit to each other. That's what Canelo said at the beginning at the beginning, that's what he said. But obviously Crawford saw that there was a lot of people saying how he was scared in the first press conference. They were saying how Crawford looked scared after the face-off, and how he just didn't look like himself. And it looks like this time he just said to go over there and go up to Canelo and literally just pretty much walk over him, try to walk towards him and trying to pretty much move him. But that's when Canelo pushed him. But if you guys notice, when Crawford is say pushing Canelo back, you could tell Crawford by his feet that he is clearly using all of his weight on his left foot in order to push Canelo. So the fact that he had to put all his weight in one foot to push Canelo, it just tells you the difference of the size. And then the fact that Canelo was just able to push him like that, like nothing. And if you notice, after that whole incident happened, nobody was like going for Crawford, like kind of like draining him. You know, they weren't restraining Crawford after that. The one that they were restraining was Canelo, because after Canelo pushed Crawford, everybody just went to Canelo and kind of like restrained him. Nobody was restraining Crawford. Crawford kept going forward, kept walking forward after the push. After you have Bomac here with his 700 pounds, this guy is out here 700 pounds. Of course Canelo's gonna go back. He's gonna walk back after you have a 700-pound man going at Canelo full force, man. You know. But yeah, it's just, I'm telling you, this fight, especially if it's in a small ring, if this is in a smaller ring, Crawford's gonna have a hard time trying to like get away from Canelo. And you know what Turkey said, he wants to fight. He doesn't want to see one guy moving backwards and then the other guy just chasing him down, like the whole terrible 3-fight event that happened on May. Like the Turkey doesn't want to see that shit, you know. So Crawford's only way to victory is to go over there and stand toe to toe with Canelo. Like, he has to stand toe to toe with Canelo at points in this fight if he wants to take the victory, and use his skill to obviously be able to dodge and weave Canelo's punches and be able to counter him. You know, that's what he needs to do. He can't put an approach like Skull, because he's not gonna win the fight if he moves backwards a lot. You know, so he needs to go over and stand toe to toe with Canelo, and that's when it's going to be tough. Because once Crawford starts feeling the punches of Canelo, he's gonna realize that he's in deep shit. You know, he's in deep shit. But it's going to be a good one. I cannot wait for the next press conference, because the next press conference is going to be even better. Because the first one was kind of tame. The second one started getting heated, and because when Crawford was like sort of standing up kind of to Canelo, that's when Canelo didn't like that. You know, Canelo didn't like Crawford walking over him or try to walk him over or walk him down by pushing him with his chest. And just Canelo didn't like that, man. Canelo, you could tell after that, like, he's serious. He's in serious mode now. Like, he ain't fucking around now. Now he's pissed. Now Crawford ended up pissing off Canelo. Now Canelo, after the whole event, the whole face-off, he said that he's excited, that he's really excited now for this fight. I can't wait for September 13th for this big fight. And I'm gonna have to go for Canelo, man. Canelo's a bigger man, has so much experience, has fought in elite guys. So Crawford hasn't fought in anyone elite. He's fought in good fighters, but he hasn't fought in elite competition like Canelo has done. And Canelo has dropped guys that are 200 pounds. And I just don't think Crawford is going to be able to hurt Canelo at all, man. If Triple G wasn't able to wobble Canelo, let alone drop him, you think Crawford's going to do that? I don't think so, man. As good as Crawford is, man, Canelo ain't just a power puncher. He's slick. He has a good boxing IQ. And he's not just a puncher, bro. He can box, man. Cannot wait to see this fight. Hopefully, we get to see the best Canelo here. Because a lot of people are just doubting Canelo now after that Skull fight, you know. But hopefully, in this fight, he goes over there and proves that he's still one of the top dogs at, in boxing. Cannot wait for that fight. And they're rumored, the amount of money that these two guys are about to, make, it's crazy. I heard that Canelo might get $250 million for this fight. and Crawford might get 100 million. So that's crazy. That's a lot of money, man. This is going to be the biggest payday for both of them. Hopefully they end with that knockout bonus. Hopefully that, I think it's 5 million. So hopefully that gives them a little boost to try to go for a knockout, to try to get that 5 million. Even though, you know, the amount of money that they're gonna make is already crazy stupid. 5 million ain't nothing compared to the amount of money that they're gonna make. So we'll see if that knockdown bonus is able to. So hopefully this 5 million bonus, you know, give them a little boost. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I just don't think the 5 million will really incentivize, because they're gonna make crazy money. So I'm excited for this fight, Canelo and Crawford. It's ready, man. Cannot wait.